They found him collapsed in his bathroom at 6:47 a.m., still in his robe, face pale and confused. The paramedics said his blood pressure had spiked dangerously high, his heart racing like he'd just run a marathon. But he hadn't been exercising. He'd been doing something millions of older men do every single morning without a second thought. Something that seemed harmless, even healthy. Something that nearly killed him. I'm Dr. Michael Harrison, a board-certified urologist with over 35 years of experience treating men's health issues. I've seen thousands of cases where seemingly innocent morning habits turned into medical emergencies. And what I'm about to share with you might completely change how you think about your most private moments. Your cardiovascular system becomes more fragile, your nervous system more sensitive, your hormones more volatile. And when you combine these changes with certain morning masturbation habits, you're not just risking embarrassment or discomfort. You're potentially setting yourself up for stroke, heart attack, or permanent damage that could alter your life forever. Men who thought they were taking care of their health, maintaining their vitality, doing what their bodies needed. But they were unknowingly making critical mistakes that turned a natural act into a dangerous gamble with their lives. If you're a man over 60 and you engage in morning self-stimulation, what I'm about to reveal could save your life. Because the 5 mistakes I'll share aren't just uncomfortable side effects or minor inconveniences. They're silent threats that build up over time until your body can't handle them anymore. And by the time you feel the symptoms, it might already be too late. Before we dive in, I want you to know this isn't about shame or judgment. This is about education, about understanding how your aging body works, and about protecting yourself from dangers that most doctors never discuss. If this information helps you or someone you care about, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your health is worth that simple click. He'd been having morning coffee and taking care of his needs the same way for decades. But what he didn't know was that his body had been sending him warnings for months. Warnings he'd dismissed as just getting older. Normal. But in men over 60, this surge can be dramatically higher than in younger men. Add sexual arousal and climax to this equation, and you're creating a perfect storm. During orgasm, your blood pressure can spike by 40 to 50 points. Your heart rate can jump from 70 beats per minute to over 120 in seconds. For a younger man, this is manageable. For an older man whose cardiovascular system is already stressed from the morning surge, it can be catastrophic. Robert's blood pressure that morning hit 220 over 140. That's stroke territory. The solution isn't to stop altogether. It's to be strategic about timing and preparation. Wait at least 2 hours after waking before engaging in any sexual activity. This gives your cardiovascular system time to stabilize. Check your blood pressure regularly, especially if you take medication. And if you have any history of heart problems, discuss this with your doctor. I know it's uncomfortable, but it's better than a trip to the emergency room. It isn't a problem for most daily activities, but sexual arousal and climax place unique demands on your system that can turn mild dehydration into a serious medical issue. The physiological stress. Here's what happens. During sexual arousal, your body redirects blood flow, increases heart rate, and activates your sympathetic nervous system. All of this requires proper hydration and electrolyte balance. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, your heart works harder, and your risk of irregular heartbeat increases dramatically. The sweating that occurs during climax, even if it seems minimal, can further deplete your already low fluid levels of water before taking care of his needs. That affects your breathing and can trigger panic attacks that feel like heart attacks. Mistake number 3, breath holding and hyperventilation patterns. 65-year-old man named David, who thought he was having a heart attack during morning masturbation. His chest was tight. He couldn't catch his breath, and he felt like he was dying. The paramedics found him hyperventilating, his lips blue, convinced he was having a cardiac event. But his heart was fine. His problem was his breathing. What happens is this. During arousal, many men unconsciously hold their breath or breathe very shallowly. This is a natural response, but it becomes problematic when your body is already working harder due to age-related changes. Your oxygen levels drop, carbon dioxide builds up, and your nervous system interprets this as a threat. The response is often hyperventilation, rapid, shallow breathing, that makes the problem worse, and your body goes into full fight or flight mode. This can trigger chest pain, rapid heartbeat, and the sensation that you're having a heart attack, due automatically. Before any sexual activity, take 5 deep breaths, filling your lungs completely and exhaling slowly. During arousal, remind yourself to breathe steadily. Don't hold your breath, no matter how intense the sensations become. If you feel dizzy or short of breath, stop immediately and focus on slow, deep breathing until you feel normal again. Aspect of a larger issue that affects your entire nervous system. The fourth mistake involves timing and can trigger seizures or stroke-like symptoms that might leave you permanently disabled. Mistake number 4. Ignoring your medication timing and interactions. Religiously, blood pressure pills, cholesterol medication, and a low-dose aspirin. He'd been taking them for years without any problems. But what he didn't know was that the timing of his morning routine was creating a deadly combination. William took his medications at 7 a.m., then had his coffee, and engaged in self-stimulation around 8 a.m., right when his body was experiencing the cardiovascular stress of sexual climax. The result was a blood pressure drop so severe that he lost consciousness and hit his head on the bathroom floor. Here's what most men don't understand. Many medications reach their peak concentration in your bloodstream within 1 to 2 hours of taking them. Blood pressure medications, heart medications, even some supplements can interact dangerously with the physiological changes that occur during sexual arousal and orgasm, combined with sexual activity. The morning timing makes this worse because your body is still processing the medications you've just taken. His family thought he'd had a stroke. The neurologist ran every test imaginable before we figured out what had really happened. A simple timing issue had nearly killed him. Discuss this with your physician. I know it's uncomfortable, but your life is more important than embarrassment. But medication timing isn't the only thing that can go wrong. The fifth and final mistake is the one that catches most men completely off guard, and it's the one that can cause permanent damage even if you survive the immediate crisis. Mistake number 5. Ignoring warning signs and pushing through discomfort. See your blood pressure rising too high. Unusual fatigue afterward could mean your heart is working too hard. Dizziness or nausea might indicate dehydration or medication interactions. These aren't minor inconveniences to push through. They're warnings that could save your life. Ignoring these signals and continuing with sexual activity is like driving a car with the check engine light on. You might make it to your destination, but you're risking catastrophic failure. Listen to your body. Stop immediately if you feel anything unusual. Rest, hydrate, and seek medical attention if symptoms persist. Your morning routine should enhance your health, not threaten it. These 5 mistakes aren't just medical curiosities. They're real dangers that affect thousands of older men every year. But with proper awareness, timing, and preparation, you can maintain your intimate health safely well into your later years. It's about being there for the people who love you. Your health is worth protecting. Your life is worth preserving. And now you know how to do both. Until next time.